Hey, what's going on, guys? TheHORRORman back on day 2 of the 12 Days of Christmas. And today I'll be reviewing The Oracle. First of all, this was not my original day 2 pick. I began watching and filming these 12 Days of Christmas reviews over the last few weeks to get ahead. In fact, I had them finished over a week ago. I had watched, filmed a review, and scheduled a video discussing a different movie for day 2. And then someone in a Facebook group posted a photo of movies they typically watch around Christmas time. And this was one of them. Now, I've owned this tape for a while, but I probably haven't watched this movie in over 20 years. Until now, that is. I hadn't remembered much about it, and I did not remember it taking place during Christmas time. But it certainly does. My original day 2 pick for the 12 Days of Christmas was a bit more well-known, whereas The Oracle is pretty obscure. No one ever talks about it. Not only that, but someone else will be reviewing my original day 2 pick, so I decided to scrap that video and film this one. I figured chances are no one else will be reviewing The Oracle during the 12 Days of Christmas, so why not give it some attention? I made a choice, and I think I chose right, because this is a unique movie. The Oracle is a 1985 horror film, and it has a little bit of everything. It's a ghost film, a slasher film, and even a creature feature. It's about a woman named Jennifer who moves into a New York apartment with her husband. She finds a box left by the previous owner, and inside is a planchette. For those of you who don't know, a planchette is like a Ouija or spirit board in a way, only it's not a board. It's a sculpture in the shape of a hand, and it uses a pen to write messages. Messages from the other side. Messages from the dead. The person able to communicate with the spirits is known as the Oracle. In this case, that's Jennifer. On Christmas Eve, Jennifer and her husband have some friends over to celebrate the holiday and as a housewarming. After dinner, Jennifer shows her guests the planchette and asks everyone to participate in a seance of sorts. Sort of a seasonal seance, all in good fun, like a group of friends playing with a Ouija board. It's on Christmas Eve when Jennifer receives her first message from the other side. After that, things begin spiraling out of control for Jennifer. She is sent more and more messages through the planchette, and she begins having horrifying visions as well. She witnesses the murder of a man she doesn't even know, and now she's determined to solve the mystery. No one believes her, though. Not her husband, not her friends. They all think she needs psychological help. Meanwhile, there's a killer on the loose in the city. A transvestite, murdering prostitutes and other victims. There are also some on-screen monsters, but I won't even go into that. The Oracle, in some ways, is like the Christmas horror movie version of Ghost, which was released 5 years later. If you watch it, you'll see what I mean. This was a pleasant surprise. I was not expecting to enjoy it as much as I did. I love that the movie takes place during the Christmas season. It begins what seems to be a few days before Christmas Eve, and then there's that seance on Christmas Eve, and then the movie continues in the days leading up to New Year's Eve. There is even a New Year's Eve party. There are Christmas decorations and Christmas songs throughout the film, even after Christmas is over. Jennifer is played by Caroline Capers Powers. What a name. This was her only starring role. The New York City setting is gritty and real. The kills are brutal and gory. There is a face-melting scene which is so gross and so awesome. There is some really cool imagery with the ghost, and I of course really like the slasher aspect with the transvestite killer. Like I said, this movie is unique, and I loved it. This VHS is the first of a handful of tapes I'll be showing during the 12 Days of Christmas. Some that are very rare. This one can be pretty pricey. So tell me, have you seen The Oracle? If so, what do you think of it? Comment below and let me know. And be sure to check back tomorrow to see what I watched and reviewed for day 3 of the 12 Days of Christmas. It's another rare tape. But until then, keep dreaming of a Fright Christmas. Thanks for watching, guys. Be kind. Subscribe.